Hi guys, Colleen from Walking the Resonant Path here. I know that we've been doing our Christmas movies, but if you've seen me on this channel before the Christmas stuff, which I do every year around December, I also, usually on this channel do gods, goddesses, culture, book reviews, just anything that resonates with my soul, animal omens, just anything at all that resonates with my soul. So we're taking a break in the Christmas bit of programming, and just to review a book I've just finished reading called With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. So I'll do what I always do. I'll read the blurb in the book, and then I will tell you what I thought about it. Ever since she became a mother, 17-year-old Emily Santiago's life has been about making the tough decisions, doing what has to be done for her daughter and her abuela. The one place she can let all that go is the kitchen. There she let her hands tell her what to cook, listen to her intuition, and adding a little something magical every time, turning her food into straight-up goodness. Even though she's always dreamed of working in a kitchen after she graduates high school, Emily knows that it's not worth her time to pursue the impossible. Yet despite the rules she's made for her life and everyone else's rules, which she refuses to play by, once Emily starts cooking, her only choice is to let her talent break free. From the author of the National Book Award winner, the poet X, comes a dazzling story of a girl with talent, pride and drive to create that keeps her fire burning bright. So this is actually a story about a young girl who gets pregnant at the age of 14, and she has a baby at 14, but we pick up her story from when she's 17, so it's told from when she's 17, and she's attending her last year of high school. Now, and her baby is like about 2 or 3, or 14, 15, 16, 3 years old. And her baby's called Emma, it's a baby girl. And she lives with her abuela, which is her grandmother on her father's side, because they are, she's a mixed race girl. She's Puerto Rican and African American, and they live in America. So what I liked about this book is that they did a good thing of not stereotyping the young single teenage mum. And I did like that, because they didn't make her like this tearaway, runaway, wild child at all. What happened was that she had a boyfriend, and they got intimate when she was 14, and then that broke up, and then she hasn't been with any other guy since. And I like that they walked the line of making her seem like a very responsible young parent, along with showing the hardships that she finds, because she has to go to school, work a job, help look after her daughter, because her abuela also helps her look after her daughter. And it also shows that she has to do all that and how hard it is to do all that and spend time with her child and how much she loves her child. So it shows that, and it shows her how she's trying to take on responsibility and think of the future and all of that, which I thought was really, really good. They showed that she was very responsible and that she hasn't been with a guy since. And that, in it there's a sweet romance where she meets a new guy at school, and he's very nice, and she explains that she wants to take things slow and she doesn't want anything to happen. And, and he knows about Emma and everything, her daughter, and he's very nice, and he takes it slow, and he says he completely understands. And so that was a nice little romance in there. It was very, very sweet, that little romance that they had. And as I said, I like that they walked that line of not showing her as a wild child, as showing her as respectful, and a parent that's trying really hard and who loves her child, and who has all this responsibility of going to school and going to work, and also looking after her daughter with the help of her abuela. But it also shows how she misses her freedom, and how she misses out on what other kids are doing, and how sometimes she feels lonely for that. And it also shows the abuela side, which I like, is like how much her abuela loves her, how much she loves her grandchild or great-grandchild, actually. But also how abuela wants to have her own life and do her own thing as well, and she doesn't want to feel guilty about that, but sometimes she does. So it walks a fine line of showing that this was not a wildly irresponsible child, and it shows that how much she loves her child and how good she's doing, but it also shows how hard it is and what she misses out on. So I like the way they walk that line. I also like learning about the Puerto Rican culture. I also like learning about the African-American Puerto Rican culture, mixed race, the things specific to them. I thought that was really good. what I didn't really like was that it was very slow and plotting in parts. And also, the thing that you are sort of looking forward to in the book, because it's a bit slow and plotting, is her trip to Spain, because she gets this opportunity through her culinary arts class at school to take a trip to Spain, and she really wants to do it, and they save up money for it, and they find a way to raise money and get her to Spain, with the rest of the culinary arts class. Now, that's what you're waiting for through the whole book. So you think this trip to Spain is going to be a massive part of it, and it's going to be a big thing and wonderful things will happen in Spain. But that just didn't play out. There was maybe a very short chapter or two on Spain, and that was it. For quite a decent sized book. I mean, it's not big by any means. I've read heaps bigger, but for quite a reasonable sized book, there was about 4 or 5 pages on Spain, and then it wasn't there. And that's what we were waiting for through the whole book. So I thought that really let it down, and also the fact that it was slow and plotting let it down as well. But as I said, I did like the learning about all the cultures. I was interested in the history because I don't know much about, to be honest, about Puerto Rican's history with Spain, and you learnt about that and the slavery and stuff just a little bit. There was some mentions, and so that was good to learn that. And I liked this. The story was very sweet with her and Malachi, who was the young man she met, with Emily and Malachi, and I liked her best friend Angelica. And it was just a very sweet story all up. It was just a sweet story about a young mother who's doing what she can to make ends meet and how she copes with life. And I think, as I said, that balance was done really well, but it was slow and plotting, and the bit about Spain near the end kind of let you down. So I would actually give this book three out of 5 cauldrons. So that's With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, and that's 3 out of 5 cauldrons. Well, I hope you have a glorious day and do whatever resonates within your soul. Bye now.